Yo, guys, welcome to another Crypto MC episode where this is the Trade for a Living podcast. And these are the setups I've been sharing. I apologize. I'm still streaming to Discord. Let's just disconnect there real quick. Okay, so back to where we are. So these are the setups that I've been sharing with you guys. So if you followed them nicely, you'd be sitting in some really good gains. So the question that I'm asking myself today is very simple. Should I hold for more because we got really close to our TP objective, which was around 106? Or is it time to think bear? I think it's a fair question. Let me know in the comments where your thoughts are at. Some of the altcoins have been doing really well as well. I mean, if we look at Solana, look at where it's flying. These setups and everything, I have been talking to the guys in the Discord. I think the big one for today that I think is starting to show some promise is TELOS, funny enough. So take some notes there, guys. There's a little insight tip. I think this thing is going to jump. And where do I think TELOS is going to go? To simple, it's going to go there. But okay, today's stream is not about these coins. It's about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Okay, so the first question that we have for BTC real quick is it time to turn around? Now, on the daily time frame, the thing that you need to look for if it's time to turn around is some sort of a pivot. If there's pivots, one can argue it's going to turn around. If there's no pivots or no pivots created yet, you stay in the move. So at the moment, this is nothing other than us just trying to find a base, just a base to push on further. So you're holding for more, which means, seeing that this is a trade for a podcast, you treat the hidden bearish divergence as your best friend. So let's quickly hide the analysis or the setups that I've shared with you guys. And I actually need to move this one into this folder as well, seeing that it's older now. Okay, so what do you have? Switch to the line tool. Simple. You've got hidden bullish divergence, guys. The market wants to make you think that it's going to dump on your ass, but the RSI is showing you that there's more buyers entering the market. The bears are weak. Okay, so yes, you'll find strong bearish divergence everywhere. Treat the hidden bullish divergence as the stronger one of the two. Okay, always favor that, which means keep on going long. How is this different or any different than the setup I shared here with you guys? It isn't. It's the same bloody thing. Hidden bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence. You don't want to see lower lows. So where we're at with Bitcoin right now, you don't want to see lower lows. It's as simple as that. Okay, taking this onto Ethereum, because Ethereum has been flying, guys. I've been looking at this ETH bags and I'm thinking, yo, this thing's doing well. Okay, so let's take away the notes from last week. When did I scratch this thing up so badly with you guys? Okay, let's just clean it out. Okay, now ETH has a pivot as opposed to Bitcoin. There's a pivot. So what can we do? Okay, we can start projecting potentially where ETH is going to want to reverse. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a strong divergence prediction line, which means ETH is potentially still good for at least $2,700, $2,600. Now, that brings it perfectly into this gap that we've got here. There's an imbalance in the market. I call it an imbalance. Forex traders call it a fair value gap. There's so many ways to skin the cat, whatever floats your boat. For me, that is the scenario. Now, why do I want to see us move into this range and actually break that? Simple. I want us to delete hidden bearish divergence because Ethereum has been, and let's just make this back to 100, has been extremely bearish. Okay, and we need to delete this pivot here. We need to get that scenario because there we will still trending. Okay, we need to now just delete that by giving a higher high on that imbalance in price. Then the fact that that RSI is so high is irrelevant because the RSI will do this as price keeps on moving up. Okay, simple as that. Cup and handle, Yes, potentially there could be a cup and handle forming. A lot of people will be asking that question, but for now it's too early to really speculate that. So where ETH is at, yes, maybe ETH is slowing down a little bit, but with Bitcoin showing more momentum, it still means that there's still room for this thing to go to the upside. So when you're on into a smaller time frame, like a 15-minute, you're going to be looking for this thing to go long, not short. Okay. The 4 hour for Ethereum, look at that hidden bullish divergence. It's showing you that there's more. It wants to keep on pushing higher. Okay. Solana. Let's quickly have a look at Solana real quick. Going to start off daily time frame with you guys as well. This thing is on fire. What did I say last week? My thoughts were that if Solana can get into this range, it will outperform Ethereum. But ETH still needs to get to its previous area of resistance. Okay, there at 3,000. So Ethereum up to that point has got more gains to be had. So I would favor ETH. And at this stage, it's been proven true. Simple. Okay. Now, Solana needs to fight this. Solana is fighting this kind of version of its own fractal of its price. Ethereum still's trying to get there. Once Solana, let's go to Solana, breaks through this range, it's going to act like Bitcoin. It's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 big blue daily candles that's going to drive this thing through price past 230,000. Now, take this to Bitcoin. Bitcoin at the moment is fighting the resistance of that range. Okay. 1, 2, 3 big candles. It's fighting the resistance. Get above it, consolidate above it is what we need for Bitcoin to continue on higher. Bitcoin's stop price, 130, 138 probably. I'm still going to stay at 120. Okay. That is my prediction for Bitcoin. Let's mark it out. I don't know. I don't have a predefined line. So I'm just going to set it as resistance. And then we'll take it at that. 120, I believe, is where BTC is going to try and stall out, which means that Bitcoin's got room. ETH has got room to go at least to this range. And Solana has room to maybe jump through this range. So there's a lot of reasons for you to be bullish, very little evidence for you to be bearish at the moment. Okay. Remember, we take things level by level. I'm not a prediction trader. I look at the TA. I give you a sum of what I see, what I've analyzed, what I've looked up. So you get the simplified version of what it is I want to do. Okay. So we're about 8 minutes in. Let's quickly go to the comments question real quick. I want to see where you guys are at. So let's see. Morning, Renee. Morning, Yuto. Banterman AF, let's go. Good morning to you. Lumpy, let's say, hi, Rudo. Thanks for the stream info. We'll catch up on things later. Buddy, nice to have you here. That's it. So good morning. And then let's see what Banterman has to say. Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance are more on their supports. Everything just screams to be as resistance. Please clear the double chartists. Or the doubt. Sorry, my read. Sometimes I can just laugh at my own stupidity. Okay, I can read like a horse's ass. Okay. In short, I hope that I sorted out the doubts for you, my friend. The thing is, there's never going to be a situation where you're going to feel like everything is pristine, clear in a direction. It's just going to go where I want it to be. It just doesn't work that way. For there to be a buyer, there has to be a seller, and therefore there will always be two opposing thoughts and theories that you can act on. I'm just saying, just like everything else, this is, when we were here, we would keep on being bearish. This is when hopium ran out. The momentum play. That's where the last time I was hopeful bullish, okay? Now I need to do exactly the same. We need to now just be bullish until what? We will break trend. We will have a reversal. We will have something like that. And then we will know it's time to go back down. Okay. So that is your doubts out of the room now. Throw it out. Okay. Now, if you now go crazy leverage, that is when shit can really become really hard for you, because the market can find a way to trick you and trip your stops out. So although this thing is still bullish and going up, I promise you, there's people that started here and is now here and has less money in their account than what they had, purely because they were greedy. They were looking to short stuff. And when they wanted to go long, they wanted it to break out there and not there, those kind of things. And they end up wrecking themselves. Okay, now what do I have to help you guys? Very simple. It's a win-win situation for each and every one of you guys. Trade on a good exchange. One of my exchange partners. Today's video is brought to you by Bybit. Peter, will you just bring up the Bybit background? There, Bybit, all you need to do is just get your own Bybit account, or if you have an existing one, head over to the Discord, links in the video description, and you can just transfer your KYC code so that it shows under my affiliate link. What do you get for that effort? Simple. I give you my buddy indicator. Okay, what does this indicator do? Well, simple. Let's quickly have a look at some of these altcoins. Okay. Color codes the candles for you, telling you whether you're in accumulation, distribution. TELOS starting to go light blue, beginnings of accumulation. So it's showing to you that it's time to start thinking about moving to the next zone. Okay. What else does this indicator do? Okay. Apart from that, more so for the trader in you, it gives you setups. So let's have a look at Solana. This is the 4-hour time frame. There's the buys. Buy zone, buy zone. That one, funny enough, stopped out. I'm sorry, guys. There's no setup that doesn't come with punishment. But that one didn't give you got you in at the market nicely. Gives you tags. It tells you, listen, there's a hell of a lot of momentum. Ride this thing. Okay. Simple as that. That's all. And the indicator is so simple. It comes with the strategies in hand. So if you go through to the settings button on this command load, why is it not loading? It's probably, there we go. It's finally getting there. Everything is clearly marked out where you need to enter, where you need to take profit, and the various strategies. And you can override the candles. And more so, you can head over to the Discord. You can let's just close this, sorry. You can go to the trade guide, complete comprehensive tool that helps you use the buddy indicator with info in there, all available to you. All you need to do is do the following: Discord, get the partner role, click on Bybit. Simple as that. Fill in your user ID there. Click on the yes button, send your user ID if all is checked out. The indicator is yours. Okay. Simple as that. Thanks so much, guys. So I am in my trade group on Discord with you guys today. So we're going to be in there. I see Boris is waiting there. D. Sestak is waiting there as well. I'm going to be joining in there. I want to hunt another aggressive leverage long. At the moment, I think the buy is going to be around 102.7 thereabout, based on an analysis I did for everybody in the lifetime section, the market tactics analysis. So every morning I give a complete sentiment breakdown. You're welcome to join that. If you've got a Bybit account and you've got the Bybit role, that's all that gets given to you if you click on any one of them. So if you open an account with any one of these exchanges in the past, you don't have the role, you just come and click on it, gets you the role, it unlocks this channel, and you can actually come and trade with me in there as well. It's as simple as that. Thanks so much for the time. Thanks so much for the information, for taking time, sending me some comments, sending me some love. Let's quickly see where you guys are at. Let's see what else. I had fun and profits with leverage, but too stressful sticking to spot from now on. Lumpy, it's always important to trade what makes you comfortable. If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. You know, it's as simple as that. I started trading leverage a little too soon in my trading journey. So on spot, I was doing really well. And then at some stage, I thought, well, if this is the case, if I 10x, I'll make even more money. But I 10x the stress. And at that stage, my internal resources to deal with that wasn't at that level yet. So I ended up stressing so much that I started making more mistakes, getting wrecked. And I wrecked my first leverage account. Everybody gets to do that, okay? And I nearly fell out of love with trading. I nearly thought this whole thing is BS. okay, because of me going to leverage too soon. So it's a journey, and that's why the lifetime members, if you want to join the lifetime membership, it's a once-off payment for that reason, okay? Once-off, okay? It's a once-off because I don't know how quick you're going to learn. I know it took me 4 years. Somebody's going to be taking 6 years, whatever the case might be. I spend a lot of time with people, and then for the lack of a $50 because they had a horrible month learning or still recovering, they leave. So lifetime membership makes it simple, once-off payment. You're in there, you're there forever. And we can work out any kinks that's there. I can share what I've learned. I've bumped my head plenty times, a lot of gray hair on my head. And we can just enjoy being in a group and trade together as well. Simple as that. Okay, let's see what else. Banter says, I wrecked my 2 leverage accounts. Buddy, we all do that. Fucking sucks. But it's one of those things, okay? It's one of those things. But spot can get boring. I know that, because especially when you're in the market that is not doing this. You know, when Bitcoin goes parabolic, spot's exciting. Spot is like owning a leverage coin, but without any of the liquidation problems. So spot becomes really attractive to me when Bitcoin moves. But when you're sitting in a situation where Bitcoin is grinding sideways and not doing anything, those times there, spot is so boring. I get where you're at. I get where you're at. Just doesn't make sense. Okay, let's see what else Aiden has to say. Goat pump, big pump, all-time highs. There's just a lot of emojis, if I'm reading it right. Okay, Aiden, cheers, my friend. Okay, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. You have a lovely day. Thanks for joining in. I'll be seeing you this afternoon because we'll be looking at some more meme madness. Okay, we looked at Solaxi last, and we looked at BTC Bull. Okay, 1 hour, 49 minutes left for the pre-market sale. Then this thing is done as well. So go and check that video. Go get up to speed, because there's plenty more memes that I want to share with you guys. Plays that I'm going to be using for the next cycle. Have a lovely day. Thanks for joining. Cheers, guys.